Hello, my people. Good day to you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whatever time zone you're listening to this, thank you for your attention. Thank you for joining me on today's episode of Daily Mind Shift. My name is Michael Ojuola for Mindset Transformation Africa. And on today's episode, I want us to talk about do not take things personal. All right, in the next 2 days, I will be talking about things like that, but I want to start with this. Do not take anything personally. Let me anchor today's episode on this statement. Whatever happens around you, don't take it personally. Be at ease for you to experience peace. Whatever happens around you, don't take it personally. Be at ease for you to experience peace. This is a powerful concept that I want us to talk about today. Not taking things personally. Finding ease amidst the chaos that surrounds us. Let me start with this. I want you to imagine with me for a moment a situation where you find yourself in a crowded place, maybe a marketplace, a subway, a bus stop during a rush hour. There is hustle, there is bustle of people pushing and jostling, and that can ignite feelings of frustration. It's definitely irritating, all right? It will irritate you, but rather than you taking these actions personally, rather than you allowing this action to disrupt your inner peace, I want you to choose to remain centered. I want you to choose to remain detached from the external chaos. I want you to choose it. It's a choice. It's not something that will just happen. Before you get to that bus stop, before you get to that subway, before you are in that particular situation where there is hustling, there is jostling, people are pushing themselves and there is chaos, you must have decided that, see, when faced with this situation, because it will happen, when I'm faced with this situation, this is how I will respond. This is how I will act. This is how I will be able to remain centered. I will detach myself from whatever is happening around me so that I will be able to maintain my inner peace. Maybe, for example, you are finding it difficult to meet your target at work. You are struggling to close in your numbers and all that. And your boss is attacking you here. Queries are flying there. I get it. One thing I want you to know is that if you feel disrupted within yourself, if you are not at peace, you can't even be able to solve that problem. Do not allow that to touch your peace. Yes, you need to do something about your sales quarter. You need to be able to close more sales. You can learn, you can ask for help and all. I'm not saying you shouldn't. I'm saying be at peace. Decide that nothing will disrupt your inner peace. I want you to choose to remain centered. I want you to choose to detach yourself from the external chaos that is around you. Don Miguel Ruiz says something. He said, don't take anything personally. Nothing others do is because of you. Whatever other people say and do is a projection of their own reality. Is a projection of their own dream. Whatever other people say or do to you is a projection of their own reality. It's a projection of their own dream. So do not take anything personally. These particular words are reminding us that actions and words of other people are a reflection of their own inner state. And by not internalizing them, we'll free ourselves from unnecessary emotional burdens. When you choose not to internalize whatever anybody is saying or doing to you, you will free yourself from unnecessary emotional burdens. You will let go of things that normally will have disrupted your peace. You will let go of things that normally will cause immense chaos for you. But when you know and you have that understanding that nothing other people do is because of you, it transcends. It allows you to be elevated. Some people will just be looking at you that he doesn't really talk, like the guy is just at peace. See, I get that a lot, that whatever people think is happening to me and the way I chose peace over trouble, most of them will think, are you sure you are okay? People keep asking, Mike, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? For the past 6 months, something has been happening in my life that people keep asking me, Mike, are you okay? For real, are you really okay? Because it's like you are faking it. I personally, I feel at peace. I'm very, like, for real, I am too okay to the point that sometimes it scares me as if they are correct. The Bible says something about a peace that passes all understanding. I think that's what I'm experiencing because I don't understand why I will feel at peace in this troubling period of my life. I don't understand why I will feel at ease for the past 6 months thereabout. I will just be. I'm moving, I'm making decisions and all that, but I'm not disrupted. There is nothing, there is no war within myself. And that is a state I'm recommending to you. It's a decision. You don't come to that state overnight. No, it's something that you practice over time by knowing fully well within yourself and with your logic and your emotional mind that nothing other people do is because of you. It's easy for me not to take anything personal. If I take anything personal, it's because I want to take it personal. It's not because you decided or you acted in a way and I just responded to you like that. No. That means I'm very deliberate about how I do things. I'm very much deliberate. I've not gotten to the peak of it all, but I am there. I'm deliberate. Whatever I do because I want to, not because I'm just, that's why it's hard for me to say sorry to you, because what I did to you most of the time, I want to do to you. Do you understand me? So get it. Don't take things personal. Nothing other people do is because of you. Whatever they say, whatever they do, they are just projecting their own inner reality. They are just projecting their own emotional burdens to you. So cultivate a sense of detachment. Cultivate a sense of non-reactivity. You don't react. You respond. Because response takes reflection. Response takes deliberation. You have to relax, think things through. You don't just act. No, you react. You respond by thinking things through. Do you understand? So cultivate a sense of detachment. Hear people. Don't always feel personally attacked. Hear them so that you be able to understand them and then you respond to them succinctly and intelligently. Whenever you are faced with challenging situations, whenever you are faced with challenging interactions, I want you to remind yourself that the actions and words of other people are not a reflection of your worth. They are not a reflection of your character. Instead, I don't want you to take things personal. So instead of taking things personally, I want you to observe them from a place of objectivity. Be very objective. Be very understanding. This particular shift in perspective will allow you to maintain your inner peace. It's about your mind. It's about, I want your mind to be at peace. I want your mind not to be troubled. Do you understand? Do not be troubled. It's a choice that you make, that I will not be troubled. I will not lose my peace over anything. That's the decision I made. And that is the decision I'm advocating and advising that you also make. Do you understand me? Marcus Aurelius said, as I round this up, he said, you have power over your mind. You don't have power over outside events. You have power over your mind. When you realize this, you will find strength. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. This particular quote by Marcus is reminding us that our inner peace and emotional well-being are not dependent on external circumstances at all, but they are dependent on how we choose to perceive and respond to external circumstances. So practice self-awareness, know yourself, and have compassion for yourself. Do you understand me? When you are faced with challenging situations or negative feedbacks, I want you to pause and reflect on your own inner reactions. Ask yourself this. Ask yourself that if you take this thing personally, does it serve your growth? Does it make you better? Does it improve your well-being? Do you understand? That is a way to cultivate self-awareness. That is a way to practice self-compassion. So I want you to remember that whatever happens around you is not a reflection of your worth, is not a reflection of your value system, or your purpose. So by not taking things personally, you liberate yourself from unnecessary emotional burden, and you create a space for inner peace to flourish.